Since this was not my original video, I'm doing the materials last after I've done this. So we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 piece mold. My Part A Craft Smart resin. My Part B hardener. We're going to use the large measuring cup, and then 2 of my smaller measuring cups. And we need 2 cups for the colors. Stir sticks, nitrile gloves, and then for this I am going to be using the Let's Resin black mica powder. This mica powder is not super dark, so I'm going to be adding to it the Color Pour opaque dye. And I'm also going to give it a little bit of bling with some extra fine black glitter. For the green part of the flag, I'm using Pearl X Emerald. And again, to get some bling going on, we're going to be using Recollections Shamrock. Okay, for the yellow, we're going to use this alcohol ink lemon that I got from Hobby Lobby. And we're going to add some Eye Candy Crystal Gold. Okay, and while the pieces of the box snap together nice and tight, I still, as an extra reinforcement, attach the sections of the box with the E6000. And sometimes, because the pieces fit so tightly, I also need a hammer to bang things into place. And I believe that's it, I think. I have mixed my resin and the colors off camera, again, because this was not the video I planned on running this week. But let me go ahead. All of my, this again is for a storage box. All of my pieces are always marked. One with how much resin I need for each section, and then what section it is. And so when I get ready to do my box, what I generally do is lay this out. That says front, so that goes here. This says back. So I would lay the back piece there. This is the bottom. I would lay the bottom here. This would be this side, again 50 milliliters here. This would be this side. This is marked as the front. And then of course this is the lid. So we're going to lay these, oh, I think I have them all in the camera. I think I have them all in the camera. And then I just see some hair right here. You want to make sure your molds are clean, nothing is in them. And this is, these colors are the colors of the Jamaican flag, which are black, green, and sort of a yellow gold, depending on who you talk to. So that's how we're going to pour this. I'm going to have the back that you're not looking at when it's on your table or wherever. The bottom that you're not looking at, those are going to be black. The back pieces are going to be black, but the front is going to be green because I'm going to have the front here green. So this green matches this green will match this green. And then we'll deal with the center. Oh. Okay, so again, the resin has already been mixed and the colors have been added. So now we're going to simply do our pouring. This just a little bit. And so I'm starting with my black. Whee! And it's already starting to thicken. Whee! Ooh, I'm losing resin. Woo! Woo! This is took longer than I thought. Ooh, I'm gonna have to mix some more. That's not good. Ooh, this is hot. Ooh, what a waste of resin. Well, that's what I get for changing my mind and deciding I want to set this up for video. Wasted. Ooh. Try not to lose all of this. This is going to be a nice big glob. Ooh. That's not the way I wanted that to be. Oh, that is just... yeah, we're gonna have to mix some more black to put on top of. Let me get my other colors in real quick then. Again, we want the green up front, the front end of this panel green, and then we want this front panel green. Now here's the thing with resin, the more you pour, the hotter it gets. So that's why this smaller amount has not started to thicken yet. So I am actually going to have to make some more black resin right now. Mix some more. So I am going to mix another 100 milliliters of black. So that would be part B of the hardener, 50 milliliters of hardener. $50 milliliters of part A, the resin. When you're mixing your resin, you're mixing according to the manufacturer's instructions, and that would be for this particular Craft Smart resin, 5 minutes. So we're going to whip this up for 5 minutes. And I'll fast forward through this so you don't have to sit and watch me stir. So I'm using the Let's Resin black mica powder. And one thing, this is not a black, this is like a charcoal, this is more like a charcoal black. It's not a black black. Since this is not a black black like I want it, I'm adding the Color Pour Opaque Black Dye. A few drops to try and just make sure it looks black. Or as black as I can get it. Let's put it that way. Is there anything we can get out of here? Nope, this is all. Look at that. Look at that. And it's still hot. Ooh, it's hot to the touch. Okay, so we're going to take this. We're going to fill this in. And I'm going to use the heat gun to start to move that around a little bit, even it out some. Okay, so now we want to get this other poured, so we want the shiny. Pour the black. We need the black in the back to go. I can always mix more black to level this off. But we need black. Okay, going to pop these air bubbles with my heat gun. Okay, and now I'm going to use my heat gun to kind of blend those colors a little bit. Okay, and so now what I'm going to do is mix another 100 milliliters of the black so that I can level this off. So again, that would be 50 of the Part B hardener. Of the Part A resin, we'll set our timer for 5 minutes. So again, I'm adding the Let's Resin black mica powder to this, as well as a few drops of the opaque black dye. So what I'm going to do now, oh, I have resin on my arm, is pour this on these two spots just to level this off. You can see where that was the original and then the additional. And you want your work, the quality of your work, to really be superior. So even though I made that error, we're going to go in and fix it. We're not going to leave it like this. You can't see it if this is on the inside of the box. You can't see that inside the box, but you don't want to open it and see an error. So we're going to fix that. So we're going to even this out. Same with back here. And so heat gun to get rid of the air bubbles. Okay, and I have a little clump right there, and a little spot right here, and a little spot right here. And let's see if we can level that out some. A little bit more over here. Okay, we did it. We are finished. But this, that's an enormous waste. Maybe I can sell it as art. And it's still, when you feel it, it's hot. This container is super hot. Ooh, put that down, burn my hands. All right, so we're gonna cover this and let this cure overnight. Hello, gentle people. It is the next day, and so we are going to uncover. We are going to unmold these sections, and then we are going to assemble our box. So let's that's the back. And see how nice that looks when I did that other coat. Remember how the resin had started to set and it got clumpy and I couldn't spread it? Then I poured some more to fill it, but it wasn't even. So now that's a very nice finish. That's what the back looks like. So you can see that this was the original pour. And you can see the new pour, but it's perfectly smooth. You can't tell at all. You can't tell at all that there was any kind of problem. Let's see, these are the sides. One side. And then this is full, so I'm going to have to punch that out and trim that. This is the lid. Got a little overflow on the corner there we have to take care of. There you go, that's what the customer will see. And then the front, and the green, but that's the finished side. Very nice. So let's take our little cuticle cutters and let's just trim this little stuff that's sticking up here. Looks good. We had that little edge here. And I think I'm going to just run my deburring tool along that edge right there. Just because when you open this, we don't want this edge to be sharp and cut someone. Resin will cut and hurt you. Trust, I've learned that the hard way. Okay. Oh, this one. Okay, I'm gonna just take my drill and punch a hole in that, because that should be open. That should be open like that. So I'm gonna take my drill and punch a hole in that. Now this is where this deburring tool is wonderful, because this swivels. I don't know, am I in the camera? This swivels, so it'll go right inside and clean that hole really well. Okay, so now both openings are the way they're supposed to be. And then this was fine. And this. Alrighty. These pieces actually snap together. They snap together, and they snap together really, they're really tight when they snap together. But I have a habit of adding, oops, missed a piece, missed a spot right here. These pieces snap together, and when they snap together, they're really tight. But I like to use the E6000 to just glue these seams together, because I don't want the weight of the Dominoes when they're in the box to cause it to kind of pull apart. So I always glue mine pieces together. And so a back to a back, and I need to find my hammer. Hold on. Okay, I am back, and I've got my hammer. And so we're going to, again, start assembling this box. And so we want to take the back. What do I have sticky on that? Sticky on it. Okay. So again, that's the bottom. And so we are going to take this, and we're going to attach this to this. And so I'm going to put, I use the E6000. This package is almost empty. Ooh. Okay, brand new tube of E6000. Oh, I thought I vacuumed this good. Evidently I didn't. Okay. So I put glue adhesive on that side, that edge, And then we're going to, since this fits down onto this, then we're going to put adhesive on this side. Then fit these pieces. And then the same with the sides. Oh, and don't forget these ends. Now here's the thing that I learned the hard way, is before I put this other side on, you have to put your lid on. So this lid, that's the bottom, so this lid is going in like so. And then we can put this other side on. Now we can attach the front piece. Again, don't forget the sides. Now, there you go. I don't have any clamps to go on this. I like to make sure this stays tight. So what I do is I go in and I actually do it the old-fashioned way, and I just throw some rubber bands on here, and these rubber bands hold these pieces nice and tight together until this glue actually cures. And so when I'm putting these rubber bands on, I'm putting them on each of these connectors. And then we do the same thing going around the other side. Just to apply pressure. This isn't very sophisticated, but it does the job. And be careful that your rubber bands don't go into any of these seams if you're going to secure it the way I'm doing. Then while this is, I take some nail polish remover. Actually, you can see the rubber bands from the last one I did. Nail polish remover, and just clean any glue that's squeezed out. And we'll give that 24 hours. We'll let this, I usually let this set most of the day. It's not a full 24 hours, it's more like 8 hours. The bond, the package says the bond is not fully cured for 72 hours, which is fine. So again, we'll just leave this set here, let this dry, and then I'll come back and I'll put the initial on there. So that's it for now. I actually forgot to turn the camera back on when I took all the rubber bands off. So I took the rubber bands off, I put the G on, and so this is the finished box. I want to make sure you see how nicely this green flows into this green. That green on that side flows in. That green on that side flows in. It's really nice. What I should have done was the front edge of the bottom in green also, so that this is green all the way. So this would be green all the way around. So that's one thing to think about and keep in mind. But this is the box, and I'm going to go take some photos of it, and that's it.